Well, another political figure just got assassinated yesterday, and I've been doom scrolling on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, even I just made a Threads account for probably the past like 24 hours. And the only thing I can come to the conclusion of is that social media is insane and everyone needs to hop off of it. And I think that's not going to happen. And I think things are only going to get worse. People are only going to get more extreme. And I can't help but get into like a conspiratorial type of mindset. Like I was on Twitter and I was scrolling and holy moly, the types of conspiracy theories people could come up with, it's pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It has me feeling like a 50-year-old boomer on Facebook who just discovered chemtrails for the first time back in like 2008. That's how I feel right now. But I get snapped back into reality. I get snapped back to this place that I'm in right now, and I think about how little all of that stuff online actually means to my personal life. And that's not just because I'm not American and I'm not in the United States right now, because let's be real, all of this social media stuff, it impacts the whole world, but it impacts the whole internet world. It doesn't impact the physical reality that we're in. And what I mean by that is think back to all of these other political events that actually happened. Remember that healthcare assassination thing? What did that end up doing to the healthcare system? It's pretty much still the same. All of this stuff, it just affects the online landscape. And the only way that the online can affect the real world is if everybody in the real world is constantly glued to online, all right? The Apple event just happened the other day as well, where they unveiled their new fancy iPhones. iPhone Air is coming out, all right? Thinnest phone ever. Just ignore the bump at the top that's going to be like sticking out your pants. It's going to be like hanging onto your pants. It's so thin, we had to make a strap for it. Because of course, for things that are pocketable, for things that are so thin, they're super portable, we have to make a strap for it that you can wear around yourself like a fashion statement. All of these things are progressing in a direction. The world is moving in a direction where everyone's getting more digital. Everyone's getting more online. Bitcoin, NFTs, Web3, all the buzzwords that you can think of. But at the end of the day, you don't exist online. Everything that actually matters about you, all of your skills, your mind, everything, for now, they exist in the real world. And it's easy to get caught up, in this online landscape and think that you're going insane, think that the world is ending. But if you just step outside, if you just look inside of your room or whatever, things are a lot more normal than you think. And before you go worrying about how the online landscape is, or how the political climate is, or how the world is ending, you got to realize that you're unemployed, you're in your early 20s, and you're making no money. That's what you need to focus on first, basically. Now, I don't want to be that guy who takes like the ultimate centrist position and doesn't give any opinion on the Charlie Kirk assassination, because guys, in reality, nothing ever matters. I don't want to be that guy, but it is true to some extent, okay? No matter what you see that's going to pop up online, no matter how much people want to make you feel like, oh, this is the most important thing right now and your opinion is the thing that matters the most, it really isn't, okay? I truly think that probably the only way that the world is ever going to get better is if people just focus on themselves and they focus on increasing their skill set, increasing their capability of thought, rationality, whatever the hell you want to talk about. I think that's the only way that things are going to actually get better in the world. Let me show you what you think is going to make the world better. This is what people think is going to make the world better. That's what people think is going to make the world better. You being on your phone, you liking something, reposting something, whatever. That is not the case. If you actually want to make some effect, if anything that you're seeing online is really affecting you in a way where you want some sort of change to happen, how about you make it so that you are someone who is capable of affecting some sort of change? You can't do anything if you're unemployed in your parents' basement making no money. You have no influence over the world. You have no power. And the internet is not going to give you that power. You're not suddenly going to become some mafioso type person who's able to affect the world's change at the click of a tweet. All right? You're not that guy. You might have internet clout, but beyond that, you have nothing going for you. And that's what you need to focus on first, okay? Before focusing on these headlines, before watching these videos of crazy stuff happening in the world, just look at your own life. treat your life like it's TMZ, like your life is Twitter. Like everyone's tweeting about your life on Twitter. Breaking, this dude is still in his house and hasn't left his house for 5 days. Breaking, this guy ate McDonald's yesterday. Breaking, this guy checked his bank account. He has $20 in it left. That's how you got to view your life. Okay, that's what your mind should be about. And you should be trying to affect change as if everyone on Twitter was talking about you. All right. And I think part of the reason why people get so extrematized, so whatever in this world today is because post-COVID, people don't really have a lot going on for themselves. All right. People who are rich and had a lot in savings, they just got time to spend their money and enjoy their time. And now that COVID is pretty much over, it's back to business for them. People who are poor, they stayed poor and they struggle to get by, and now they're playing the eternal catch-up game. And people who had nothing going on for them, they still have nothing going on for them. All right, things are just kind of not really getting better for most people, and the substitute for that is getting lost in this other reality, because online really is another reality that is totally separate from your own life. And so people get so fixated on all of these things that are going on. Either they get fixated on, like, I don't know, AI technologies, and they're like, I'm going to make this my whole personality. Now I'm going to try to, actually, no. Even if you, at least if you get fixated on AI technologies, you'll want to learn linear algebra or like machine learning or something. That's at least useful. But if you get fixated on something politically, at least be good at like reading and disseminating information, picking out sources, summarizing stuff, that kind of thing. But the only thing that people are doing is they're pretty much just using this as reality TV show. That's basically what everything has become. Yeah, that's the only reason why all this online nonsense is able to keep propagating for so long, is because people don't have things going on for themselves. And they haven't had things going on for themselves for a long time. So just be aware of that and stay in your own lane. Focus on your own stuff. I'm not telling you to not be informed at all. I'm not telling you to completely shut out your mind from everything that's going on online, because it is good to be informed, all right? You shouldn't be some basement dweller who's just like, I'm going to lock in, I'm going to stay, I'm going to isolate myself from everybody, no conversations, 15-hour days of work, deep work, blah, blah, blah. No, you shouldn't be doing that. You should stay informed. You should keep updated, but just, 10 minutes on Twitter, just like, with your morning coffee, and that's it. Because that's really all you need to be doing. You just need to kind of know what's going on with the world. How's the world feeling? Look at it, be like, holy shoots, everything's going wrong. Put it down, and then just keep working on your own life, all right? Watch out for your own health, your own wealth, your own ambitions, all right? Because that's really all that matters. Stay away from this noise. There's going to be a lot more noise coming in the next year. It's going to be unbelievable. Just imagine when anybody has a public conference event and then someone's able to, from their own bedroom, just use a cracked version of Sora AI video generator, and they can generate anyone getting assassinated video footage just like that. All right. Things are going to get real weird. They're going to get real suspect. And the only thing that's going to help you during those times is having some sort of power for yourself. And the way you do that the most is to make sure that you're valuable, not just to the societal economic world, but you're valuable to yourself. You have skills that you can actually do, something that sets you apart from everyone else. Okay. So just keep sharpening that. Even if that's the best plumber, or, I build the best bunk beds. That's great. Keep doing that. Don't get lost in all this noise. All right. Things are crazy.